Hey, what's up everyone? Mendel here. I hope you are all doing awesome and wonderful. So Sennheiser sent me these headphones. So these are the Momentum 4s. And in this video, I'll share my thoughts not only from a music lover point of view, but since mixing and mastering is my day job and someone who listens to music from 9 to 5, also share my thoughts from that point of view or point of listening. Anyway, let's dive right in. Here we go. Alright, so I've been a long time a Sennheiser user. I remember back in the day when I was like 14 years old, I had those, I think they were called the HD202 or the Sennheiser HD65 or something. I had those headphones, those silver headphones with the cord going into my Discman. Remember Discman? Please like this video or please let me know in the comments if you know what a Discman. I think you know what a Discman is, right? I had those Discmans, put a disc in it, like close it, put it in your pockets, and when you would like step too hard on the ground, it would skip a beat. Oh my god, those days, kids won't even know the struggle. But I remember those were my first real pair of headphones. Like I destroyed those headphones, like listening constantly, even sometimes in class. I mean, I destroyed those headphones. I listened so much music on those headphones. Anyway, later down the road, I remember, I think it was 5 years ago or a bit longer, Sennheiser released those cool, what was it, like Sennheiser HD 4.50 BTC, like Bluetooth connection or something with noise cancelling. Those were fantastic, worked like a charm. And then a couple of years ago, I got the Momentum 3, so the one before the 4s. Makes sense, 3, 4. Anyway, I love those to death. I really love those to death. And there are some things that I preferred over those headphones than over these, the 4s, but we'll dive into that a tiny bit later. But now Sennheiser released the Momentum 4s. Now let's first start right off the bat. I really, honest to God, and Sennheiser did send me these headphones, but I didn't have to sign a waiver to say specific things. Basically, I can say whatever I want. I can hate them, I can love them. So just so you know. But Sennheiser sent me these headphones and honestly, I love how they sound. Really love how they sound. And there's one thing on these headphones that I personally have never experienced before, seriously never experienced before on headphones. And that is, the low end is insane. And I don't mean it from a like too much like hyped lows. I personal taste, but I hate headphones that have like hyped certain frequencies or that like very scooped or like some things are very boosted, like typical car system EQ curve. But the low end is just really well extended. So I was listening to a song called Resurrection from the band Chimera. There's this riff with the drum beat on it, and there's like at a certain point you have like an 808, like boom, like the 808, you know, the thing they also use in like in hip hop music and stuff. And honestly, I experienced something that I've never experienced before. It was like that 808 was hit and it was like it just went through my head, like so much low end. And I think these go as low as 40, but seriously it feels it goes to 10 or something. So that was something I was like, okay, very impressed, because that wasn't there on the Momentum 4s. I have some different headphones here that I also didn't experience that. So low end is absolutely incredible. There's a song called, what's it called? This is Burke from the soundtrack of How to Train Your Dragon. And just having that on my head and listen to the whole symphony, the whole orchestra, and have like the basses, my god, it's so, you can almost feel the basses on your head. So very impressed by that. The mid-range is very pleasant, very honest. Top end, not too cheap. It's a very pleasant top end. And again, that's perhaps also basically due to taste, because some people really love Bose headphones or Sony headphones. I've tried those headphones in the, like here in the Netherlands we have like MediaMarkt. Like here in the Netherlands we have a company called MediaMarkt. So I remember for 45 minutes I was just trying out different headphones, and could be just me and my ears, but always Sennheiser was the winner, which was the reason I spent a lot of money on the Momentum 3s. So sound-wise, absolutely incredible. Really impressed. Again, Top end, not overhyped, just honest top end. Mid-range is really, really good, especially for orchestral music, or for me, besides orchestral music, metal music, this sounds really, really pleasant. And the low end is, again, I keep repeating myself, absolutely insane. It's just a joy, joy to listen to. Now, one thing I found really intuitive is the touch controls on the side. Let me just put them on. So on the previous headphones I owned, the Momentum 3s, you had like buttons on the side. I think most headphones have this, and you have to click and find like where on the rubber button there's just like an extra like ball thing, so you know where you're in the center, try to find it, and you have to learn that. But on this, it's all controlled by touch on the side, which is really pleasant. Now I'm screen recording here on my iPhone. So for example, when I just tap, it starts the music, tap again, it just stops. Cool thing is when I swipe up, volume goes up. When I swipe down, volume goes down. And you can even do long swipes. So for example, like this, all the way up or down and go back and forth. That's really cool. Now, one thing that's kind of odd, I thought if like a tap is playing or stopping, then I thought double tap would be going forward and triple tap would be going backward. But now, when I do a double tap, it stops the noise cancelling. So to skip a track, it's just swiping forward, just like that. Or you can swipe backwards. I could do this all day. Now you also have the Sennheiser app, which you can download. Bunch of cool stuff. You can adjust all your settings. I'm not going to dive all into that. The main thing for me is the sound of these headphones. But there's one thing I'm missing. And I love these headphones so much that I already sold my Momentum 4s. But there's actually one thing that's missing in the Momentum 4s that was there in the Momentum 3s that I wish was there in the Momentum 4s. Which is, on the Momentum 3s, when I bought them, after like a couple of months, there was an update which did something very cool. So on the Momentum 3s, the sound overall was kind of scooped, so I had to like, in the EQ section, push up the mids. But after a couple of months, there was like an update, a firmware update and stuff, and in the app an update, which was called audiophile mode. And when you click that, my goodness, it was like a flat EQ curve. Perfect. Like, love it. Like, not too hyped, just as an audiophile. Love how that sound. That audiophile mode is not there on the Momentum 4s, which is a shame. But having that said, listening to the Momentum 4s versus the Momentum 3s, because before I sold my Momentum 3, I did it back-to-back, the Momentum 4s were way flatter, which is how I love my sound to be. The only thing I had to do is go to the EQ section. The only thing I had to do was go to the EQ section of the Momentum 4 and just boost the mids by 2 decibels, and then was like flat how I'm used to it. But I wish that audiophile mode that was on the Momentum 3 was also there on the Momentum 4. Okay, so back to the plus side, the Momentum 3 comes in a very sturdy case, which I love. So you can just put it in and it's like, it can take a beating without destroying your headphone, which wasn't the case, no pun intended, with the Momentum 3s. Those were like kind of like cushiony, and you could like really press them, and it could like break your headphones even while it was in the case. So that's a big upgrade. Nice, sturdy headphone case. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now there's one, in my opinion, big downside, which I hope they would do in the Momentum 4s, but which I didn't. With the Momentum 3s, for example, you could put your headphones like this, and then you could like fold one of the ears and fold the other one, and it would be nicely compact, and you could like easily travel with it. With these you can't. You can just like turn them like this, and they can't basically like fold into each other, if that makes any sense. So you have to put them like this in your case, which isn't the worst case scenario. But to be honest, I preferred it to have so it could like fold the headphones into each other. So it would be like a tiny bit more compact in the backpack, because this takes quite a bit of room. But again, the case is more sturdy. So whatever floats your boat. Also a big plus, I keep gripping the headphones back and forth. So another big plus is the battery indicator. On the old Momentum 4s, it was like one blinker, which was like red for low battery, yellow for middle, green for high battery, and then blue for Bluetooth connection, if I remember correctly. Here is just a nicely roving battery, so you can exactly see if it's like at 100% or like at 80. 60, 50, etc. down. So that's a cool upgrade to quickly see how much battery you have left. Now, not fully unimportant is how is the noise canceling. It's great. It's just great. It's I would say in percentages, I can't even say the word, in percentages. Anyway, measured in that, it's about, to my ears, 40, maybe 30 to 40% better than the Momentum 4s. It's nice, like when I'm on the bus, I have them on, put noise cancelling on, and like everything goes away and can hear the music clearly, which is really cool. So yeah, overall a verdict. In my personal opinion, these are a big upgrade from the Momentum 3s. I wish there was that audiophile mode that's on the Momentum 3s. I have no idea why they like don't have it on here, because as soon as an upgrade came, I could like turn off all my EQ settings, turn on audiophile mode, the EQ section would be like bypassed, and it would be like perfectly, if you're an audiophile or like don't like hyped frequency curves on headphones to like boost sales or something, then that audiophile mode was really, really welcome, and it's not on the Momentum 4s. So I really hope they do that, but overall they sound great from the get-go. Noise cancelling is great. Again, the low end is absolutely ridiculous, not in an overhyped sense, but just it goes on and on and on. Like really, these headphones go really, really low. So if you listen to music that has some or a lot of bass information, all of that will be felt and heard on these headphones. And I'm very impressed by that. Again, with the song Chimera, Resurrection, or any metal song with bass drops, or like with the orchestra, when the basses play, the cellos and the basses play their stuff, it's just a joy to listen to. Just like lay in bed or lay on the couch, and just that immersive thickness is absolutely something. Again, I have no word for it. It's just something I've personally never heard on headphones. Absolutely incredible. So make sure you check them out. Sennheiser Momentum 4s. Thank you, Sennheiser, for sending me these. I'll be pleasantly enjoying listening to these, and hope you like this video. If you do, by the way, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, that's much appreciated, and see you next time. All right, cheers.